Hi guys, Knife Detector here, and check this bad boy out. This is a Precise Deer Slayer. Okay, now I believe this knife is most likely from the 1980s, and the Precise Deer Slayer is some knives that came out specifically for hunting purposes. And I think the target was to compete directly with Buck and the Buck 110 and the Buck 112s. It was made in Japan, as you can see right there. And it's a good looking knife. I mean, it's got a traditional look to it of brass and wood. I don't know what kind of wood that is. It might be Cocobolo, not 100%. But there are some interesting features in this knife, and I'm going to show you what they are. First of all, this is a two-blade knife. And let me show you what I mean by that. It's got the main blade, which you can see right here. It used to have a mirror polish. Now it's pretty scratched up because it's pretty old. Somebody used this and loved this knife. As you can see, they sharpened it, but they didn't go crazy sharpening it. They tried to keep that edge as good as they could. And so you can see the edge right there. Another thing I can tell about this knife is that somebody tried to tap that pin right there to try and tighten up that blade a little bit, and they missed the tap a few times. You can see there it's got some nicks right there around that bolster. So let's close that main blade and let's see if it snaps closed. And you'll notice it does have a slight amount of play. And pressing the locking mechanism, the spring, and it does not snap closed, guys. Does it snap open? Yes, it does. So one feature about this knife that's interesting is that the main blade is a lockback design, but the smaller blade is the clasp design. So let's check that out. Let's close the main blade, because I learned a long time ago with Swiss Army knives that you do not open all those blades at once, and if you do, you better pay darn close attention, which is tough because when you're showing a Swiss Army knife, you want everybody to see the blades in a video, but you're increasing the likelihood you're going to cut yourself, and that's what's happened to me many times. So check this out. I'm going to open the other blade, and it snaps open and snaps closed. And does it have a half stop too? It happens to have a half stop. Not bad. So this smaller blade might be for skinning also, or maybe some more precise cuts that you need to make. And like this, you can put your finger right here and just add a little bit more pressure. And like I said, that is a clasp design on that. So we're going to close that. Now, I've owned a couple of these. I used to own another one of these with a saw, and I ended up selling it. Something about these, when I see them come up for a decent price, I want to pick them up immediately. And then after a while, I let it go because I think to myself, why do I need this knife, right? And I fall in love with it, and then I lose touch with it. I just don't want it anymore. So because of that, I'm letting this one go again, and it's going to be for sale on eBay. I think it's like 19 bucks plus shipping, something like that. I don't remember what I wrote down it was going to be for, but if you're interested in this knife, that's a decent price for it. Usually go anywhere between 20 and 30. Some people ask a little bit more, especially since it's got a double blade. It's decent condition. You know, it is used, so it has those issues that I mentioned, but if you've always been looking for one, here it is. And just click on that link on the top of my channel. This is the Knife Detector saying, stay safe, stay sharp, God bless.